Dragonball FighterZ, the anime tag team fighter released in 2018. Nowadays, the game is on the decline, with many casual players, as well as some pros, finding the game rather stale due to the power creep that has taken over the game. In a surprising development, the game has been announced for Evolution 2022. On top of that, Bandai has come out saying that another patch is on its way. So it got me thinking, what if more characters were equally viable not only at high level, but at a casual level too? This series will go over parts of a character's kit and its strengths, weaknesses, and how I would balance it to hopefully keep up with the current state of the game, without changing how the character fundamentally functions. My belief is that if these changes were to be implemented, it will bring players back to the game, especially those who stay true to the characters they love, and we may even see more character variety at the highest level. At least, those are my hopes. A balanced FighterZ. This video will cover Super Saiyan Goku and these moves. Super Saiyan Goku's 2M is a sliding low, similar to these characters. This is how they stack up against each other for how far their hitboxes travel. The three Gokus have the fastest startup at only 10 frames point blank, making them 2 frames faster than the rest, except for Teen Gohan, who starts up in 11. It is a great tool for punishing after reflect or for offensive momentum, and when fully spaced, it leaves you at -2 on block. This looks good on paper, so what's wrong with it? The attack can cross under an airborne opponent on hit, causing you to whiff any attack you attempt to follow up with since you are looking the wrong way. Sometimes this excludes 2S. This is only worsened by how vulnerable you are in situations when this happens. This could be due to one of two things. The first could be that the hit stop doesn't prevent Goku from continuing his movement, causing the opponent to fall onto him rather than in front. The second could be which part of the hitbox registers the hit, as well as its size, being that the opponent could take the hit while too close to Goku's body, like in the previous example. I don't have the ability to look into the hit or hurt boxes at the moment, so until then these are just my assumptions. Now this isn't a large issue, but it could cause problems when the pressure is on in high-level situations and has for casual players. As far as fixing it, I would modify how it interacts on hit by either stopping its forward momentum when it makes contact or cause the opponent to fall further back on hit in order to keep the distance traveled. This would enhance its combo ability, allowing it to be fit in more situations for that extra bit of damage, as well as ensuring the strange cross-under doesn't occur. The move is already good. This change just makes the move something to go for in combo extensions, rather than skipping it like most players do now. Dragon Flash Fist is a relatively quick overhead special that is also Goku's only sliding knockdown tool. It can be used in block strings as a decent mix-up since all versions hit overhead, are -5 on block, and provide the SKD on hit. After an air vanish, the light version can be whiffed for combo extensions, while the medium and heavy versions can be used to knock down. On top of that, the heavy version tracks the opponent, which allows it to either be used as a quick left-right mix, or his best combo extender. So, what needs balancing? Unfortunately, with its startup and the hit stun deterioration on Goku's moves, it can't be used as a reliable ender for extended combos without comboing using an assist or vanish, where the latter usually loses the corner. Attempting to punch without either of those options allows your opponent to recover. The other issue is that it's his only SKD option, implying that if it is used more than once in a combo, the second will not SKD. This means longer combos that utilize the heavy version for added damage will usually have to be cut short in order to be able to get your SKD from Vanish into Dragon Rush, being that Dragon Rush will whiff if not done otherwise. Lastly, when going for those combos, you are unable to end it with a smash. In those cases, attempting to use the teleport super without a specific height will cause the super to either not come out in time or completely whiff when not in the corner. There are two changes I have in mind to help this special, specifically the light and heavy versions. The first change would be to increase the hit stun on Air S and 2H, allowing both versions to be used consistently without giving up damage. As for the second, Previously, Gogeta Blue received an interesting change, where the heavy version of his specials cause an SKD even when the smash property has been used. I think this should be implemented into the heavy version of this special. This would give Goku better Oki opportunities, as well as a way to consistently land his level 3 at the cost of half a meter.
Corporate needs you to find the differences between this picture and this picture. They're the same picture.
Sort of. They both can be confirmed using Super Dash, steal the corner on Smash, have great travel distance, be used for odd mix-ups with assists, and have the same 11 frame startup. But Vegito's is just a lot better. Unlike Vegito's, Goku's is not a great tool for a Super Dash confirm. You could use EX Punch or Vanish, but neither lead to anything great. When stealing the corner with this, you will have to use Vanish to take the corner back, excluding using an assist. It can be used raw or in block strings to escape the corner since it flies over your opponent's head. Keep in mind, the recovery is extremely long on width, so using it as an escape option can be risky. But why would you use meter when you can just use the medium version for this? Or, better yet, use the light version to get a 4-way mix. Moving on. The opponent can fall out of this before the smash effect occurs. And lastly, this EX move is considered a light starter, so getting that lucky hit, read, or punish won't net you the best damage. This is without a doubt the worst part of his kit. There are 4 changes I have in mind. The first would be to either apply a vacuum effect or extend its hitbox slightly above and below to help prevent characters from falling out. Second would be to change the falling speed or traveling distance of the opponent after the smash, allowing for better combo opportunities. Next would be to change how high it travels, whereas light is level and medium goes high, EX should be somewhere in the middle. This may sound strange, but this would enhance both its offensive and defensive potential. For example, on block, it could hit the opponent 3 or 4 times before whiffing, changing depending on the standing or crouching block, slightly enhancing Goku's pressure when you throw an assist into the mix. It would also make converting much more manageable, being that you would hit the ground faster. That in itself would make Goku less punishable on block, on top of the extra block stun from the extra hit. Lastly, it could be used more to lock down an airborne opponent to falling block into your own assist, even further helping it become more offensively viable. The final change, which honestly may not be needed, would be to treat this special as a medium starter. Many other specials in the game are treated as such, and this could be as well. Now, as much as I would like to, I would not innately change the recovery range or the speed of the kicks, especially on a complete width. Goku's currently travels farther than Vegito's, and with the changes mentioned above, increasing the speed or lowering its innate recovery could make it unbalanced altogether. As far as the corner steal, it should stay. Spending a meter to take the corner back would keep its power scale in check. Goku's kicks are essentially the same as Vegito's, but are currently in the unfortunate state of being far worse. These changes would still have it function as its own move, while increasing its benefits to make it as strong as its counterpart. This isn't an issue with Goku himself, but more of how DHCs work. When you DHC, some characters will come out next to the opponent, while others next to your current character, like Goku. In many situations, you are only able to use his straight Kamehameha, being that the diagonal version will miss entirely. This is very situational, but I'm sure we would at least appreciate the option to do both anyway. The only way I can think of making this happen is either changing where Goku comes out, or adding another DHC option with down plus assist, which would place the character next to the opponent. It's only an extra 40 damage at max scaling, and having the opponent recover far in the air when it doesn't kill isn't the best, so I don't see this as a huge change. Unless you also play base Goku. That covers what I believe needs balancing for Super Saiyan Goku. With a patch on the way, maybe we'll see some of these take effect. These are relatively minor changes that would allow his kit to be much more consistent while also giving him that protagonist feeling when you stack all his tools for damage. Sure, he doesn't have any real abusable options, but he is in a much better spot than he used to be. In my opinion, he is currently a well-rounded character with a few small issues. What are your thoughts? What characters do you think need to be balanced? Leave your comments down below. These kinds of videos do take a lot of work to create, so if you did enjoy it, please leave a like. It will let me know to continue making this kind of content. And if you are interested in seeing more videos like this, why not subscribe? Both are free and you can undo your choice at any time. I am Fabled Strider. Thank you for watching.